have reached the Methodist Justice Ministry. We are at the moment on the other line or away from the desk. Please leave your name and number and we will return your call as soon as possible. Thank you. Usted se ha comunicado con el Ministerio de Justicia Metodista. Al sonar del tono, por favor, deje su mensaje, su nombre y su teléfono. Y le devolveremos la llamada. Gracias.
Yes, this is Mr. Brewer. I need to speak to Mr. Brooks Harrington. He needs to give me a call at 682-561-4670. It's about 4 o'clock, January 25th. Thank you. Miss Betty. Oh, you won't hang up now? Good. Hang up. Good. So damn sad. Make no sense. Oh, good. Well, 3 o'clock this morning, I got a phone call. I had just finished praying. It was my daughters, Janiyah and Jayla, calling. Their mother was in the background, talking real nice to me. 2 days prior to that, she called me, bust out in tears, saying this guy threatened to shoot her, shoot my children. He slapped her in the face. She broke up the windows, called my daughter retarded. There's all kind of foolishness. I told her, I said, well, get your clothes together and get my kids out of there. Well, I don't know what happened from the time that conversation took place, but the next time I talked to her, we went from hysterics, crying, just don't know which way to turn, to taking our time about packing, till the point that her mama called me and said, oh, she says she's got a lot to pack, so she'll call you in the morning. Well, morning came and she never called me. By the time I called her, it was 11 o'clock. She said she was still packing. I'm like, okay, well, just call me when you can. By the end of the day, I called again. I sense a totally different attitude now. So she tells me at that point he wasn't there. He had left, and so she was just there with the children. So by the next day, she has a whole nother attitude, almost like a split personality. And she called me, asked me a question, but 3 times within 20 seconds you said the word hell. So when she started to cussing, I know right then and there that spirit done come out again. I'm like, okay. I said, well, I tell you what, 2 days ago you called me in hysterics and needing a way out of that mess you're in, and now you're cussing. I said, when you're cussing me, it's time to hang up the phone because I don't have time. So didn't talk to her for a couple more hours until that 3 o'clock phone call that I mentioned to you. I talked to my kids several times prior to that. Of course, they're always saying, Daddy, I want to come by you. I'm like, well, Daddy's not home. Daddy's going to see you when he gets home. So after the 3 a.m. phone call, I got a call. I've been up probably since 6 o'clock. Because there was a knock on the door. I'm at my sister's, and she said she never knocked, and nobody else knocked. But I was waking at 6 o'clock. I don't know what time it was. I got a call from her, but she called me asking me about income tax, putting the kids. If I put the kids on my income tax, I say, well, they're my children, and I took care of them. Yes, I did. Well, you better not put me on your income tax. I say, well, I don't have to put you on my income tax. So we're arguing about income tax. I say, if you think you're calling me to think you're going to put my children on the income tax on some nigger you mess with, you met on Facebook so you can get more money, I got news for you. It ain't going to happen. So then, of course, she get mad. So when she don't get her way, she just goes off. So she called back again. Steady going on about this income tax and about the income tax I got last year. I said, well, let me tell you, you were still married to me. We were still living in the same house. I think I had a right to put you on my income tax and file for my children. I said, now what you do with your life after 2012, that's your business. So she's getting food stamps, getting SSI, shouldn't be getting none of it, living with a guy that she met on Facebook. Life isn't all that perfect. And so even though of all the lies she done told, it cost me my job, my truck, my car, both cars, my 4 apartments, lost it all. But I'm not mad, because you know what? I know what God I serve. And because I serve a great God and an awesome God, He knows what's happening. See, all this was supposed to discourage me and keep me from preaching the gospel. But I'm going to preach the gospel. No matter what nobody say, no matter what nobody do, no matter who lie on me, no matter who try to make an issue that's not an issue. She keep trying to make this issue about her age when we got together. I say, well, let me see. Hurricane Katrina happened. You didn't know where your daddy was. Your mama decided to run off with some man, and so you didn't want to live with him, so you called to come and live with me. I knew you were underage, but you know what? I prayed. I said, God, you told me this was my wife, and even though I would have waited for her for the next 10 years, hey, because of a prayer I prayed 7 years prior, that's why she came into my life early. So it was no need for me to question it, but I would have never thought that the same thing I went through with my first wife, I would have had to go exactly, almost exact to the T, that I have to go through with her. Both of them was deceived by some guy that was a trucker. Both guys are low down and hoish, and both of them made promises to them that obviously cannot keep. Whereas I provided for my family, never been on food stamps, never been on welfare, and didn't need to be on any of it. Because I'm a man. I take care of my own business. And now some court think they're going to tell me about my children. Those are my children. You want to know about child support? The best child support in the world. Bring the children to the father. And that's the best thing they can do for me. I had a judge tell me back in Louisiana that she couldn't give me my children because my wife would have to pay me child support. I said I don't want nothing from her. Just give me my children. She refused to. Even though the law says what's in the best interest of the children. So as I sit here 2013, yes, going through the same thing I went through in 2000. But you know what? I'm not worried. I've lost houses, cars, money, jobs, opportunities. But I'm not losing no sleep. You know why? I know what God I serve. I'm called to preach the gospel. I'm going to preach this gospel. Whether I preach it standing alone, well, not alone, with the Holy Spirit as my lead and guide, or I have a wife beside me. It really don't matter to me. When it's all said and done, I'm going to do what God say. Simple as that. I ain't afraid of nobody, and I'm sure not afraid of man. So, my name is Sir Phoenix DeMilo Brewer. I'm the soul man. I preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. Yes, ever since I started preaching this gospel, my life has been turned upside down. But you know what? I ain't complaining, baby. Because you know what? When you're the real deal, God said if He for you, ain't nobody can be against you. So, I lost houses and cars the first time. He replaced it and doubled it, matter of fact. So, whatever I got lost this time, guess what? God's going to replace that too. Because that's what He said in His Word. Hey, I'm busy. Got a lot to do. I really did not plan to put any of this on YouTube. But you know what? The world needs to know. Because a lot of times, people get lied on all the time. And one thing about me, I'm not afraid of cameras. I'm not afraid of who lie on me, because God said the truth always come out. So they lied on Jesus. Why am I surprised when they lie on me? First wife lied. Why am I surprised about the second one? So you guys can go to my website on Facebook. You can go to my other YouTube videos and check those out. You can see what I'm about. And that's what I'm about, baby. The gospel of Jesus Christ. I ain't worried about what nobody else doing. God has given me instructions, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow his instructions. And guess what? I ain't making no apology to nobody. So whoever you are that call yourself going to be my enemy, be it a judge, be it a lawyer, or be it an ex-wife, it don't matter to me. God's got my back, and that's a fact. To God be the glory. I'm Sir Phoenix DeMilo Brewer, the Soul Man. You know, sometimes people go through life with blinders on, and they need to take a minute and open up their eyes to the truth. Fact of the matter is, you know, life it is what it is. If I could show you guys all the last texts that I received from this once lovely wife that I'm still married to, you would not believe that these are the same people. If you look at some texts, you would say, wow. You look at another text, you would say, who is that? I'm just amazed how some folks go to hell with both eyes wide open. And to me, that's a very sad thing, because it doesn't matter who you are. It don't matter what you go through in life. There's nothing new under the sun. It's all been done before. Everybody that break up their marriage because they thought the grass was green on the other side, the results are always usually the same. You find out the grass is not green on the other side. And you know, eventually you regret all that you've done. Several times my wife have ran back home because she realized she made a mistake. And you know what? I never said nothing, because I said, you know what? It's good that you realize that yourself. But what's saddest thing to me is that for you to know you made a mistake and you keep going right back. It's like jumping in a fire. So, if for no other reason, let this be for the record. Let this be for the record that when it's all said and done, people don't believe it, but God has the last say so. And when you choose to live a life that is contrary to his will, when you choose to be sinful, when you choose to be adulterous, and you know everything you're doing is wrong, wow. When the consequences come, ain't nobody on this side is going to be surprised. So, live you, baby. I'm going to live me. The last text to me, you said I need, instead of being on Facebook making videos, I need to go get a job. Well, something you don't realize. This is my job. I preach the gospel of Jesus Christ, and I answer to no man. So, while I do my job, you handle your business, because I got mine. I'm Sir Phoenix DeMilo Brewer, coming to you live via internet, television, radio, however God chooses. It's okay with me, because I live to do his will and not my own. See ya.